Well, you thought I was not coming today. Well, I'm sorry, I'm here. Happy vast day in advance to all of you, loved ones, friends, everywhere you are. Let me first say that this year's Valentine is going to be a Valentine with a difference for me, both Friday and Saturday. I have 2 solid days of this vast day. I'm going to celebrate with friends, loved ones, and with actually, people think that it's Valentine's Day that you have to take your wife out and all the stuff. Don't be deceived. Don't let any wife go and start any fight, any quarrel anywhere. It's not a time to do anything special. You don't need a Valentine's Day to prove anything. Actually, Valentine's Day celebration must rather be for the unmarried more than the married, because we have a lot of things we're doing for our wives already. I mean, let's continue to celebrate them. This is not a time for you to prove your love to your wife, or this is not a time for you to prove your love to your husband. But it's nice. It makes a lot of sense when anywhere you are, you want to wish your spouse a happy vast day. So everywhere you are, all loved ones of myself, I keep saying that as I'm married to my wife, unfortunately for me, I am another person's husband somewhere. And if I am your husband and you have not located me, take this opportunity to locate me. Make sure that you meet me this Valentine's Day. Because I've told you clearly that it makes a lot of sense when married people date unmarried people. Remember that dating doesn't involve sexual intercourse. And it's one of the conversations I want to have tonight with you. Today, I'm spending maximum 40 minutes on my airtime here today so I can go, because there are other things I want to take care of. But I promise you this week, I'm going to have a lot of talk with all of you as we go through the weeks for today. Thanks to Bodyline Clothing for my suit and my tie. Thanks to my wife for the selection specifically of wearing what I'm wearing. If I tell you where the hat is coming from, this is my hat you see on my head. It's specifically coming from my dad. My dad gave me the cap I'm wearing. So I want to say thank you to my dad for my cap. Ladies and gentlemen, first people who just joined, I want to say thank you to all of you. Beatrice, thank you. Deborah, thank you. Godfred, thank you. Felicia, thank you. So I mentioned those who came very early this time. God bless you wherever you are. Those of you who are able to join us to do the naked prayers, those of us who join us this morning, there's a prayer for the weekend, we'll post this every time. Keep sharing to friends. Trust the Lord with all your heart. Lean on your own understanding. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm privileged once again to be your host for what we call the School of Relationship and Marriage. Is that it? Okay, I think I did right. Genevieve, thank you so much. I'm privileged once again to host the discussion for this evening called One and Simple English Language. What is the language you are talking about? It's called the School of Marriage and Relationship. I am here giving you a very short tidbit. I made a statement right now before I came up here. But this Valentine's Day, if you're watching me and you are my friend on Facebook and you live around Pokwasi, you live around Insawam, you live around Media, you live around that area, the first thing I want you to know is that I am coming to the Emmanuel congregation, Fise, this vast day. I am at the Presbyterian Church, Emmanuel congregation, Fise. I am doing my Valentine night there. Please don't miss it, because there's nothing else for you to do except to come and learn. We're going to brainstorm. I think there's going to be one wonderful songstress in a place. What's her name? My old friend, Donko, Celestine Donko, who is my friend, and the husband is somebody who looks like my friend. She's going to be alongside with me. Let's all come together. Let's learn. I'm coming to brainstorm. I'm coming to learn. I'm going to release nuggets of wisdom for you. Fise, Amasamai, this particular Valentine's Day, I'm going to be there. And when I close in the evening, I go to Accra City Hotel in the evening. But Saturday is going to be a wonderful time for me again. I am at Temple of Praise Baptist Church in Nungwa. I'm there this particular wonderful time too as well. So, my Friday is booked, my Saturday is booked, and it's all working to the glory of the Almighty God. We want to let people understand we are doing during marriage, before marriage, and after marriage. That's a lecture we're doing this time, and we are going here to do how to choose a life partner, maintain a life partner, and work alongside with a life partner. So Presbyterian Church, thank you for the opportunity. Presbyterian Church, Emmanuel Congregation, Fise, Amasamai, is where we're going to be this specific Val's Day as I'm talking. So don't miss it. 6 p.m. sharp. Myself, yours truly with Celestine Donko, is going to be a wonderful time we're going to spend together. The same way on Saturday, and right from there I'm going to move to Accra City Hotel, as I said. But on Saturday I'm going to be at Temple of Praise Nungwa, Temple of Praise, Nungwa, the Baptist Church, Temple of Praise Baptist at Nungwa. I'm going to be there as well to do it. And from there, straight to Alisa Hotel in the same evening to go and do duvet experience with GH1 TV. I want you to know that. I want people to know where I'm going to be. Don't forget that the Councillor Lutterodt Fan Club is still coming up on the 6th of March. La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. We are launching it big with all the big men coming to support, and the chairperson is going to inaugurate the thing. We are going to unveil a lot of things. We are going to show leadership. But before that, get ready for our meeting before the main time. So much. God bless all of you. Thank you so much for everything. I mean, learn what is right from people. Don't learn what is wrong from people. Learn what is right from people. Don't learn what is wrong. Because in life, what is wrong, even if everybody is doing it. What is right, even if nobody is doing it. I have told myself that regardless of what happened, I will always make sure things happen well. I mean, in the United States of America, if you travel there, you want to have a party, there's nowhere you should go. Just walk into New York and go to the Bronx and just ask that you're looking for one wonderful man. He's sexy, he's strong, he's powerful. His name is one Mr. Ike Donko. He's part of the Councillor Lutterodt Foundation. Heavenly Jake is the venue. He has 2 wonderful halls, top and down, neatly dressed. The man can do a neat decoration for you that you feel said then Abba. One Mr. Donko. I greet you and I can't wish you a happy birthday because me, I don't like men. Those who love you, but your wife is sumptuous and very presentable. Body be body. Do not be do not. Nufuo be nufuo. Ma me chia baby I will be me ma happy birthday in advance. Me ni hunting American from memory. So this Valentine's Day, all of you, all road leads to Ike Donko, 4229 Park Banquet Hall, Bronx, New York. 4229 Park Banquet Hall, Bronx, New York. A lot of events are happening within the building this Valentine's Day on Friday. Don't miss Ike Donko's moment. Ask for him. I know what he can do. And I'm going to be there very soon to do my own thing. After my launch of the fan club in Ghana, we're going to launch the one in the US. Ike, we are coming live by the grace of God. I greet all of you. Welcome to my topic tonight. The first thing I want to talk about is what is dating. I'm talking about, is it wrong for a married man to date a single girl? Is it wrong for a married man to date a single girl? Is it wrong for a married woman to date a single guy? So my specific topic today is that if you think it is wrong, let's just jojo and go ahead, because today we have 40 solid minutes to do our thing and leave here. We'll not have enough time like the day. I mean, something has just occurred and it has taken part of our time. But I'm going to go straight to my discussion. So when we talk about dating, what is dating? Dating is fixing time, date, and venue to meet. Simple as ABCD. When we say dating is nothing, it's fixing a date, time, and venue to meet. So like, for example, I have a date with all of you at Fise Presbyterian Church this Thursday, Emmanuel Congregation, 6 p.m. I have a date with you the 15th of February at Top, which is Temple of Praise, Baptist Church at Nungwa. These are dates. So with fix date, we have venue to meet. So when it comes to dating in the first place is not a relationship. But dating gives you study the demographic data of individual, to learn from individual and rub yourself with individuals, each and other person. So dating can happen even between female and female. It's just for a meeting. But what we are talking about here is that it's romantic dating. A dating that will lead you to a better relationship for the next future of yourself. So I'm talking about dating, and this dating I'm saying this time is Ike Donko, who is married, dating somebody who is not married, like Mavis Wallace. Wallace is not married. So Mavis Wallace is being dated by Ike Donko. What is Ike going to date Mavis for? You have to date a married man so you could learn the tidbits in marriage. Hello? You are dating a married man so you could learn what goes on in marriage from the man's point of view. It's not mentorship. But everything you can learn. One of the things that nobody can teach anybody in relationship is sexual intercourse. Remember that when it comes to sexual intercourse, the positions that we enjoy are created not by men, but they are created by women. Sexual positions are not created by men. They are created by women. And all that we have read, the things we have said, and the things we have seen, and we are talking about naturally on earth, and doggy scissors, all those things we see. There are more new ones that are occurring in the homes of people that have not been recorded. So nobody teaches anybody how to have sexual intercourse. The fact of the matter is that we all know that the male organ goes into the female organ and sexual intercourse has been, performed. For that matter, when it comes to dating, sexual intercourse is not part of it. So when you are a side chick to a married man, that cannot be called dating. And remember that any man you are going out with before they get married, it doesn't make you a side chick. Side chicks are only women or girls who are going out with men who are married. So as I'm married now, anybody who comes to start a relationship with me becomes a side chick. But any girl who was in a relationship with me that we never broke up and we continue the relationship regardless of our marriage, it's not a side chick, it's a girlfriend. Hello. So our discussion there is that if a man wants to date, he has the right to date a single girl. If you want to learn from the married man, you don't become a side chick. Because when you become a side chick, you can't learn. Because the duties of the side chick cannot include learning to be a wife. Are you understanding the conversation? So our topic today is that, is there anything wrong when a married man decides to date an unmarried person? Dating, remember, is not a relationship. So when I decide to have a date with any other girl, it shouldn't lead us to a point where we'll begin to fantasize for each other and begin to have the taste for sexual intercourse. So if you're watching me and there's a man who is married and wants to have a date with you and is dating you, immediately it leaves that environment of building a platonic relationship of study, and it goes to an eros type where it involves sexual intercourse. It's no more dating. It's becoming a side chick. So be careful where you are following my teaching and say, counselor says a married man can date a single girl. Whilst you know you are going to become a side chick. Side chicks cannot date married men. If you want to be a side chick, then go as a side chick. And remember, the difference between a girlfriend and a side chick is that a girlfriend is somebody they are going out with you before the marriage and still going out with you. A side chick is somebody that you come into the game after the man is married. Do you get what I'm talking about? So we want to distinguish between this. So why should I say that there's nothing wrong when a married man dates a single girl? For me, where I sit, when we begin to date the single girls, we can be able to teach them some of the things that are not wholesome in relationship. When we date the single girls, we'll be able to bring them up to speed, the do's and don'ts in marriage. You know, as a matter of fact, as a single girl, you should be able to date me to the extent that you can walk to my house with respect to see how things are done. As you know, one of the things that we're not doing is that right now all the girls are behaving like they're busy. But if I am dating you, it's good for you to walk to my house one Saturday, come and join my wife and even see how she washes my boxer shorts. Come and join my wife and see how she can divide herself on weekend. Wash things in the morning, scrub the bathroom, wash everything in the house, provide breakfast at the same time, and still provide lunch, supper for that same day that she didn't go to work. And come and watch my wife trying to do all kinds of meal or stew or soup in the fridge. I'm not saying you didn't learn it from your mother. What your mother was doing for your father. So you saw it as a responsibility of a mother to the father, and also saw it like my mother is trying to take care of our home. So he was trying to cook because she's going to be absent so that when we come back from school, we'll not get angry. But when you're looking at giving help to a married woman who you are dating the husband, and remember, anytime you have the opportunity to date somebody's husband for a date, you are not a friend to the wife. The wife demands or deserves, that's the right word, the wife deserves your ample, unflinching respect. Now, wives don't have rights to control the activities that occurs between a husband and a dating partner. Husband husbands are not supposed to also introduce dating partners to their wives. I know some of you will want to introduce them so that your wife will not think evil. Let me tell you this. And today, I'm going slow because of the teaching. But I think I'm sparking. The thing is coming. There is some nonsense that must stop in marriages. And this nonsense has gone too far that is becoming acceptable nonsense. How on earth should a wife will come to the husband? How on earth should a wife warn another girl about the husband? For example, my wife warns her sister about me. Your sister has come home to help you. And as she has come to help you, she's helping you as a sister, as a junior sister, or even as a senior sister, which is wrong for senior sisters to help junior sisters when they get married. Though. But your sister has come to help you because you need a helping hand. And she's coming to give support to you. So she comes to live in our home. We have a 3-bedroom house, so she has a place she sleeps. Or we even have a 2-bedroom house, she has a place she sleeps. But we have a common corridor, we have a common sitting room, we have a common kitchen, and she's there to help. There's nothing wrong when she's rendering some of the activities that you are rendering to me. She has a right to do it. Remember, when your wife's sister serves you, it's the same like your wife serving you. It's not the same like a maid servant serving you. Because when your wife's sister is serving you, she's serving you in the capacity of the family that you want to marry. So how on earth should my wife tell the sister that I know you are coming here to help me, but my husband is a man? After all, every man is a man. So I want you to be careful with some of the things you are going to wear to my house. I want you to be careful with some of the moves that comes in the house. Please, I beg you, I don't want to have any trouble in this house. I know. I mean, as for every man is a man, and I'm not saying he's bad, but I don't want him to have the taste for you. I mean, in the first place, immediately you tell your sister this, she would never respect your husband again. Hello? Hello? Now, I'm making this statement because there are times that when you begin to date girls, so you will let them understand how friendly you can be after marriage, during marriage. Then you have people around them when they ask, now, hey, Papa, I didn't know who is this man to you? Say, oh, he's my friend. Hey, I have never seen a man and a woman becoming a friend before. Please be careful, oh. These people, they are sharks. Be careful. Be careful before the wife goes to juju you. I mean, those things you do, immediately you tell a girl to be careful about me. Do you know what you just did? You just asked the innocent girl to disrespect me. So what is your worry as a wife? I have decided that I want to date a girl around. I'm asking, is my dating the girl refusing you from being a wife for me? Wives, let me ask you, why do you always find opportunity to leave your marriage? Why do you create troubles that will cause you to leave your marriage? Why will you want to do that? Why on earth? I mean, there are husbands that it's not just about anything. Some friends will walk to your house and they will see your wife's sister and the way she walks. I mean, obu or she so skirt in the new food doors on the 2 doors, so at least they are not decently dressed. So in some conversation, you want to say, hey, the way Adwa, when you Adwa the entire or shed the middle, hey, Kofi Ba, no, bisa say, Nadwa, when or Shanam say Adwa, they say, not here. When you go and say, and then Casa nonsense and atadi. I mean, the way your friend comes around, some will say, the way Adwa dress in this house, or your mother will come and say, hey, Adwa's dressing your wife's, this your sister-in-law, she's hot too, and the way she dresses, somebody's comment. Then you begin to tell your wife that I think that the environment you live in and the way your sister dress, tell us more that she can't go and dry things on the line with this short pants or whatever it is. Then your wife will open her mouth and say that, Kweku, I don't think you want to sleep with my sister too. You know what you just did? You just killed a genuine concern and an interest in your husband. So communication, which is going to be a major topic I'm going to do this February as we walk forward, is very important. But I'm saying that if you're a wife, you are watching me, and you want your house help against master, you have just destroyed your marriage. Listen carefully. Your house help has come, and you tell your house help the rules and regulations in the house. Ubeye say. Said that asaswa member ho. When your master is sitting on the sitting room, don't come there. When your master is coming and you are coming, go inside until he passes. So you give the house help a lot of rules just to make sure that your husband will not have sexual intercourse with your house help. That's all you are doing. You are only preventing your husband not to have sex with a maid servant. But I'm asking you, between you and your husband, who is old? Me, I'm more than my wife. So if anybody should prevent anybody from having sex, is it not me getting my consciousness not to do it? But why do you begin to paint that picture to the extent that even some wives today have gotten to the extent to tell their daughters, when daddy touches your hair, come and tell me. Daddy, are we serious? That right now, your daughter gets to teenage and then you are supposed to excuse her. Are we serious? What are we teaching the children? So right now, your daughter at a certain stage, you cannot even enter the room, your house. Me, my 3-bedroom house. That you are there, you are sharing the room with your sister. And there's another room that the boys are sharing. When I'm coming to that room, I should knock before I come. Says who? This is what we are today. So what I'm trying to say is that wives, there are things you are doing that is a sign of disrespect to your husband. But your own is that you are protecting your husband. Ladies and gentlemen, this cannot be protection. Husbands have right to date. Husbands have right to date. There are some pastors who are not having any sexual relationship with the people who are following them. But the girls following them have grown wings because the wife of the pastors have called the girls and they think they are advising the girls. They are telling the girls that suffer the ordinary nama. You want me be a young she or no so a bema one kosha no akodani hinti do a bet sinu. I mean, when you're working with pastors, there are some things you don't wear because if you don't take care, because of the way you dress, because you are the only person who is working with the pastor, you end up coming to become a victim for the pastor. I am not saying pastor will sleep with you, but you to learn as a woman, you know what I'm talking about. Immediately you do this to that church girl, she has lost respect for the clergy. She will not respect your husband anymore. And not just your husband. She will not respect you too. Why? Because if you know your husband is weak, why are you still there as a wife? Hello, I get what I'm talking about. How can you see a church mother who goes to church and begins to tell girls who are entering their husband's office, he gives them scarf to cover their chest, give some people cloth to cover their, the girls were in the church with their short skirts. They were in the church with their short dress, and after service, pastor says, I would like to meet you. When they decided to go to the church office, your wife is standing and dictating that they should cover their breast before they enter. Do you know what you're telling the girls? As for you, your mind is that you are protecting your husband. But I came to tell you that this thing you are doing is bringing disrespect to your husband. And once the girls will not respect your husband, they will not respect you again. And not just the man, they don't respect the church. So, when your husband has anybody they are dating, they are not under obligation to introduce their dating partner to you. You, the lady who is dating the man, somebody's husband, you are dating the husband to learn something. If there's a need for you to go home to go and support, then you are introduced as a friend. You are introduced as a steady mate. You are introduced by any jargons or any element to go and help them Saturday. Oh, mommy, I came to support you to wash today. Why should you be worried? You create the interest and the impression. They come to help you to marry your husband. They are helping you by learning. Because we have too many girls today who don't know anything. Sorry. I've been battling with some cough. And the AC is here. Sorry, eh? Why? What is this evil thought? Where is this evil thought coming from? That you assume to the extent that everybody who sits in your husband's car must be warned because your husband is weak. I'm saying that you do it as a wife because you think you want to protect your husband. But let me tell you, once you do that, you cause the girls around your husband to disrespect your husband. And once they don't respect him, you too, they won't respect you. So if your house help talks to your husband anyhow, don't open your mouth and say, Kwaku, sana adwa man sane ukasa ofia mempe. Me de me person me dream shwe. me person me gidi say what the nyamana konusunti no mbu no. When you say this to your husband, it is high level of disrespect. You call your house help and want to ask her, yeah, that's so mu. That's so nufumu ana. Udwa ya da ba ho behwe. You see, when you begin to do this to the house help in the house, you know what you are doing? You are intentionally telling the house help that I know daddy is sexually weak, so be careful he doesn't sleep with you. And I'm saying that when you do this, it is not advice. It is disrespect. Now you are doing it to your daughter, that her father cannot see her nakedness. I mean, where is this said? That you can't see your daughter's nakedness. Father's nakedness cannot be seen. Daughter's nakedness. We're not saying, I mean, I don't know how it is that my daughter has a growth under her breast and she's able to show it to the mother. And the mother says, have you shown it to daddy? I'm the authority in the house. If you, my wife, will not respect me, how would the other ones under me respect? So I am going to teach you respect, wives, because I told you the last time that no woman can love a man. Share the page. We are learning. We are learning today that a married person can date a single girl. And dating is not a relationship. So you have the right to date a married man. And you have the right to date as many married men as you can, because it is not a relationship. It's not. Don't let anybody think that once we are dating, we have the right to have sex. Sex is not part of dating. Immediately you are dating a married man and sexual intercourse enters, it is no more dating. You are a side chick. And once you are a side chick, begin to practice the rules governing side chick. You can be a girlfriend to a married man, but you are only a girlfriend to a married man if the relationship was there before the man got married. Don't forget these things. Now, when you date a married man, you are dealing with a man who is already married. For that matter, keep this in your mind, that under no circumstance will that particular business of the married man and you end up, listen carefully, in any other thing apart from what it is. When you are dating a man, for example, a married man can take you for movies. Not every time. Because as a single girl, you need to date other people after premarital counseling. But I'm saying that the married man you date is to hear some of the things that you will meet during your marriage. So you ask me, can you date a married man that you are interested in, that you wish he becomes your husband? Yes. But make sure that the parameters are drawn by yourself as a girl. When a married man is going beyond the boundaries and is entering into a sexual relationship with you, don't behave like an ostrich and allow. If you want to be a side chick, allow. But remember, if your entering was not a side chick mentality, but your entering was a dating mentality, then you come to block that married man from dating other girls so that they will also learn. Because if we are talking about you, as you, this girl, I'm dating you, and we are not supposed to involve sexual intercourse. We are not supposed to become a side chick. You are supposed to maintain the status quo and become what you are supposed to be. Blah, 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 blah. You are learning from me. You are making sure that things are done the way it's supposed to be done. You are learning how the protocols as a husband, as a wife. You are learning it. And then all of a sudden, you assume or you transmogrified and become a side chick. You stop me from dating. Why? Because now you get the feast in your mind that anybody I date will end up becoming a side chick. Number two, you block yourself from the opportunity of learning. Because immediately you become a side chick instead of a dating girl in the eyes and in the books and around a married man, you can't learn from him anymore. Because the conjugal duties you are providing as a side chick will make you feel that you are equal to the wife. And this is a caution to side chicks. Under no circumstance can you ever become equal to any wife, side chicks. Keep this in your head, though. You can't be equal to any wife at all anywhere. So I'm encouraging those of you that if a married man decides to date you, There is a way they enter into the dating contract with you. There is a way that you are supposed to be involved in the dating business. The dating thing is not done like the way you are thinking is done. So when a man meets you, and actually, if you want to date a married man, it is not the duty of the married man to walk around and look for you. But you have an agenda. So you befriend a married man so he could have a date with you. But I'm saying, that is why dating must start only after premarital counseling. Why? Because you have the signal and know the do's and don'ts. Unfortunately for me, there are girls that you date them, that you don't want to involve them into sexual intercourse. But because their lifestyle has been that any man that comes into their life, he wants to see them having sex. These are the precautions for men. When you are dating a girl as a married man, his relationship with other guys are not part of your beeswax. Hello? And foul. The only time that these girls become victims for us to have sexual intercourse with them is when their relationship issues become our burden. And I'm solving her relationship issue for her. And she's dating a very stupid guy that I wanted to break up with. And this guy is just stopping her and will dump her. It's none of your business. If the girl you are dating as a married man is complaining about a relationship, refer her to a professional. Obodwe, listen, oh, listen. As a man dating a girl who you are married and it's not your side chick, you don't have right to have discussions over her relationship, because the fact that she's dating you doesn't stop her to have relationship with other people. So her sexual partner can be there. She can be impregnated by a fool and she wants to tell you, I want to go and abort. It is none of your business to go and sit in between that girl and her boyfriend to discuss issues for her. The girl you are dating doesn't have the right to bring you in her relationship. So you can date more than 5 girls at the same time. And because you are dating all of them not with any ulterior motive, you can organize a dinner for them and teach them table manners. You have the money. You are on top. You are not their father. Don't have father and daughter relationship. Dating is not father and daughter relationship. No. Now, why are you standing? No. They need to learn how to address you properly. If I'm dating you, my name is Cyril. I am George Casterson Lutterodt. I am Counselor Reverend Lutterodt. If you are my dating partner, you don't have that right to call me Cyril. No. Mr. Counselor, Rev, these ones are very acceptable. You can't address me in my littleness, Mr. Lutterodt. You should. So the protocols are there. There's a way you can address me. There's a common name. Everybody call Mr. Donko Ike. Ike. It's accepted. But when a young girl you are dating begins to carve a name for you, no, watch it here. Be careful about it. The interest of the girl's relationship should not be part of your dating planning. The date you're having with a girl doesn't give you the prerogative to go and look for who her mother is and introduce yourself to her. Mind you, protocol is not part of it. The girl you are dating as a married man has also not gotten the right to introduce you to friends. So I'm dating you and you work at Peace FM and you live in Oyibi and I want to pick you to the house. Watch it here. Because you are my dating partner, picking you is not a regular thing. But once I'm passing in this area, I notify you that I will be passing through your office to the house. Will you mind I give you a lift home? And she says, oh yes. She is not supposed to be called when you get here. She must wait for you at the roadside on your way coming. You don't come into PSFM office and say, I'm looking for Vivian. Tell Vivian that Counselor Lutterodt is here. Then she'll rush down and come. No, it's not done. If you are picking Vivian to work because you are dating her as a married man, she is supposed to wait for you at the roadside. You are dropping her at home. Your right is that her safety is important. That you take her close to her residence. Let her get there. You can even walk her to her door. You can go to her room if only the limitation for you will not destroy you. What I'm saying is that there should be that mutual combined respect and discipline when you're dating you are dating anybody. Now watch it here. There are times that we date the people, but we have that common rapport with them. We are dating them and we have a common ground. We can easily share jokes. When a married man is dating you and he shares joke with you, never take him for granted. Because when I'm dating you, one of the things that will happen with me is I'll go with you to places. There are times I want to go for a meeting somewhere and I don't want to go alone. Or maybe I'm giving you a lift home. And because of the thick traffic, a meeting just came across and I want to go to Villaggio. No, I want to go with you. Now, this is a point of caution here. Young ladies, you are watching me. Any man you are dating who can put you in his car, put on the air condition for you, and go and have a meeting out there has an ulterior motive beyond dating you. These are signs. There is under no circumstance should anybody who goes out of a meeting to a hotel refuse you from coming out of the car, leave you in that 4-wheel drive, leave you in that 2-wheel drive, and rather want to prove to you that they should put on air conditioning and you put your 2 legs on the dashboard. Bull. Your 2 legs are on the dashboard, and because you are dating a married man who is rich, you are in their conditioning and he's having meeting in that office there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are really a well-cultured girl who came to learn, because are you telling me that you are learning how your husband should leave you in the car and put on the AC for you, so you marry a man or you go and begin to have a good relationship or another relationship that is not dating, but you go and have sexual relationship with another guy and the guy visits you and immediately he wants you to go out to say you won't go. He says, then you have to roll the glass down. You get offended because the married man that was teaching you dating taught you how to stay in his car, and he's wasting fuel, melting fuel into water, and you are sitting down stretching your straight legs on the dashboard thinking that is how to do. Ladies and gentlemen, let me announce to you, a man who can let you spend air conditioning whilst he's having a meeting out there because he doesn't want you to come out from the car, it doesn't show love. It shows some level of madness and sickness in their head. And if you are well cultured and trained, you even opt and volunteer to stay out. It is better for you to stay out there, be in the environment you are in there. There's a big hotel, I'm having a meeting. Why should I leave you in the car? At best, if you tell me you prefer to be in the car, the engine will be off and the glasses will be down. There are some of the girls that when you are dating them, it's not that they are in your car, they drive their own car. So married men, if you are dating a girl who drives and you come with her and she's waiting for you and you are busy doing something and she prefers to be in the car and put on her air conditioning and run the car for 3 hours while you're waiting, you need to correct that wrong. Come out and tell her, Vicentia, my meeting will take 3 hours. So come, let you have a sit here and get water and drink to wait for me. You are not under obligation that when you enter into the hotel, you introduce Vicentia to your friends. She is not a topic of discussion. She is learning marriage from you. So, you see, this is the challenge. I close from work and I'm dating this girl. And when I close from work, I spend, I'm supposed to go home. But I go and spend all the time with her. And when I'm spending the time with her, she sees all the things I'm doing around. Do you know what I'm teaching her? I am telling her that when she gets married and her husband is not coming home, these are the things he's likely to be doing. So you can date a married man as a young girl who is coming up here. You can do that. You can do that. But I've cautioned you the things that you should watch carefully so that you don't become a victim to the things I'm talking about. So can a married woman to date a single guy? Yes, you can date a single guy. You can. You can. It's the same protocol. But the challenge here is that because men will always be older than the girls they will date, the respect they deserve comes. But if you, a married man, decide to date a guy, are you dating a guy that is older than you? Or you are dating a guy that you are older than? The egoistic mentality of a young guy coming up, when you get there to date that guy, they tend not to give you what you are expecting them to do. So it's difficult for married women to date young guys who are coming. That's the problem. That's the problem. That is why for a married woman want to help a young guy and want to date a young guy, they rather end up befriending guys that their husbands bring home. So they only help them, they assist them, teach them marriage, help them become industrious for their wives in future because they are friends of their husbands. Because A man, the authority of a man is in age. So when a married woman decides to date a single guy, for example, if your wife is 40 and she has to go for a date, if she goes for a 35-year-old boy, how would she impact marriage into the life of the young man? It's difficult. The same way a married woman cannot date somebody that is older than them. The people are supposed to be ready to go and get married. So our question here is that you might want to ask a question, but the line is very cool. I don't know why my students are very cool today. My students are not asking questions. They are doing really. You sound good sometimes, and you confuse people too. Well, somebody says I'm confusing people. We are learning. That's as if you have any question. I'm here to answer because we have a few minutes to wrap up. But I'm saying that, so we are talking about a married man can really date a single girl, and they should make sure that she doesn't become a side chick, but she's learning. A married woman can date a single guy, but the difficulty is that they can't control the single guys. So usually when they are dating single guys, they rather date single guys who tend to make them godmothers. So every time they are discussing their relationship with you, Mommy, I met this guy. Mommy, I met this girl and she said this. So the female part, the wives, it's difficult for them to have a date with these young ones, because at the end of the day, every time they become either betweeners or become settlers of the guys people they are dating. That is why their own is not fruitful. The same way, two married people can have a date. That's where I'm ending today. A married man can date a married woman. Dating is not a relationship, ladies and gentlemen. There are people that your husband's behavior, if you don't understand, if you date a man that is just like him, you begin to understand, because that man is not your husband. So he has the right to explain some of the things to you. But this is the problem we have. Some husbands, in their ego, jealousy, and wizard mentality, ends up making everybody believe that anybody at all can sleep with my wife. Just like the warning I gave from the earlier on. So you have a woman whose husband has told everybody around the place that I don't want to see you around my wife anymore. You have men who in their jealousy can go to the stand of going to warn people that they should not give their wife lift anymore. We have men who can go to the stand of getting people in a compound house and say, I don't want to see you greeting my wife anymore. I mean, people live in a compound house and they give strict instruction to young guys living there who are not married, because they think that they are married to a young guy, a young girl, and anybody at all can come up and come and love the young girl. So they go to the extent, some even warn their wives, I don't want to see you talking to this young man in this house again. If he's the last person who you can talk to have breath in this house, I am your husband. I rented the house here for you. I don't want to see you talking to him. We have even husbands who want drivers. Let me tell you, anytime you warn your driver, or you make your driver a spy, or you give your wife a driver and make the driver of your wife a spy to bring you information about things happening about your wife, the driver begins to disrespect you as the father of the house. Why? Because then it means that you are married to somebody that you know she's not faithful. It means that you know very well that the lady you are got to marry to, anybody can sleep with her and you are still living with her. Let's learn. Let's learn that individuals, before we got married, we will still remain individuals in the marriage. Why are you so worried that your wife is on Old Student Union platform on WhatsApp? Ask yourself, why are you worried? Why? And some women, before marriage and during marriage, I don't know what you are learning. I don't know who is brainstorming or brainwashing you. They go to the extent of giving total details of everything. This is my ex-boyfriend that I was going to marry before it never happened. He was in school with me. He was 1 year ahead of me. And then they devour all these loose information before marriage. And they don't know they are marrying some men who are not qualified to marry them. So after marriage, then it becomes a tug of war. And so he's kweku too on the platform of your school. Hey, then this one there, I can just imagine the way the two of you behaving on the platform. Then they start like a conversation. All of a sudden they begin to have warning. And when your phone is there, they are watching and saying that this is your group people. What are they saying? Ladies and gentlemen, we are individuals in marriage. We would die as individuals in marriage. So let's learn that we can date each other. I'm a married man. I can have a date with Abeku's wife. I don't need to ask permission from Abeku to have a date with a wife. Keep it. I can have a date with Abeku's wife because that is a wife, she's married. I don't ask permission from Abeku. I want to have a date with your wife. No, it's not done. There's a date between the two of us. Then she decides to tell the husband, today when I close at 7 o'clock, I have a date at Moving Pick. So I'll come home late around 9 o'clock. 1. 2. The same way she has a right to tell the husband, I'm going to have a date with one good friend of mine at Golden Tulip. Abeku should not be worried when a wife is dating. Because we didn't marry small kids who don't know how to control their life. But immediately we become suspicious. Immediately we use a tracker in our car. I mean, there are men today who have fixed trackers in their car. I know the tracker in the car is meant to help you locate your car when by mistake is missing. But unfortunately for me, men now are using the trackers to track their wife's position. Where are they? I don't know why you want to do that. Why do you want to do that? I don't know why some men will go to the extent of buying recorders in their wife's car. I don't know why some men will want to put spies. How can a husband go to work and travel and come back and talk to your maid servant at home? Me too, when the best madam. Madam, if I no call time ben madam befi. What time does madam come when I travel? Does she come home early? When she comes home, does he look tired? Do you know who comes to drop madam at home? If a man begins to do this and you ask your house help, ask your sisters around the place, ask the people you live with, who drops my wife, which car does she bring that brings her home, immediately you do this, you cause people to disrespect you because you are not confident and qualified to marry her. Dating is not a relationship. So we can date each other. But watch it. Anytime any man or any woman enters into dating with you, and you see that as a wife, as a husband, the dating is leaving the original manuscript to a fake one where it is no more a date, but is striking to start a relationship, don't wait for a third party to walk in and tell you stop. Find a way to walk out of it, because that is not your intent. Parameters must be drawn. But in all these things, your wife, your husband have paramountcy. Because watch it here. If I am going out with my dating partner, a girl I'm dating, that we have a date 7 o'clock to go and watch a movie, and right I pick her, a call comes on my phone, and the call comes and the call is my wife. Ladies and gentlemen, then my wife says that, honey, good evening. Oh, sorry, I just came home and I realized that our son is not feeling well. So I want to rush her to Lagos Hospital. Friends, the movie ends. The movie ends. As a matter of fact, I can walk you to go with me to Lagos Hospital to go and see. My wife meets me with the baby there and go, let's all go and see her and go, whatever it is. It's nice. Politely assist me and let's go there. The movie is cancelled. Remember, I keep saying that your dating partner doesn't need introduction when she comes appear in the place. She has to respect whoever is around you. Good evening, sir. Good evening, madam. Good evening, everybody. She follows you. So people can think, speculate and think, but don't try to define the position of your dating partner around you. And every day we see that with you. Every day we see someone and papa wouldn't them maybe ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying that when you're dating a married man, because it is not for sexual gratification, make sure that you can build a relationship that you are looking on to marry, so that this one becomes the what you are looking on, that you are trying to model your life towards in the marriage circle. So my sister, never think that when my wife calls me and you, my dating partner, will have a plan, and as emergency in my home, I will go with my wife. It means that there are many times that we'll go for movies, and the movie we'll attend with my wife. We don't have a relationship. So a dating husband can go alongside with a dating partner with a wife. And as often as I'm going out with my wife with you, it is causing you to learn how husband and wife behave in public. I'm a teaching aid. So I can go out with you with my wife. So men, watch me. Anytime you book outing and you add your wife to it, and the girl you are dating feels reluctant not to go, she has an ulterior motive maybe. She might be interested in you. So she wants to hold herself. She wants to keep her privacy. When you go out with me alone, what do you get? You get a sitting around me. Do you get fondling from me? What do you get from me? The things I buy for you. What do you talk about? Married men, when you are dating girls and you go out, let them assist you to do things, buy things, and let them hear that you are buying. You go and buy pizza for them. When you order the pizza, go and order a big, large one that you are taking home to your wife. You go to French fries, order something for your wife. What are you teaching them? You are teaching them that when you go out, they will feel, you see, you are teaching them marriage. But immediately you mention your wife and they get offended. No. If your dating partner calls you and she's on the line and your wife calls, you should hold on or let her go off. When you finish, you call her back. But if she calls and you keep your wife on waiting and finish talking to your dating partner regardless of what, at the end of the day, it becomes an indictment that she's learning from that thing. The same way you don't finish talking to your wife and you have to announce to the dating partner, hey, it's madam who called you, and blah, 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 blah. It is not also part of the respect that you are commanding for. Let your wife be the highest thing over your life anywhere you are as a husband, unless you are not married to a wife. If you don't have a wife, that's okay. But my friend, if you have a wife, everywhere you are, let people be irritated you are talking about your wife. And I'm my wife. Say it. Say it everywhere. I say it everywhere. If your wife is a bad person, you talk about her everywhere you go. So once God has blessed you with a good wife who understands you, talk about her every day. Don't pretend and I love my wife and my wife is all that I have. No, you are having a date with somebody, so let the person know how your expression of love for your wife is. You are conversing in the slightest thing she's eating. Okay, if my wife is the one you bought this watch for right now, she will ask for macaroni, talia, leaves. So I always want you to know that I am married, and the things that I see my wife doing, you are not doing the same. It kills the interest of the girl you are dating to have the taste and the drive for you. Hello? So we'll begin to date the single girls. Date them, but don't make them your sexual partners. If any married man wants to make you a sexual partner and you are ready, then it's no more a date. You are becoming a side chick. And if you are ready to be a side chick, then follow the rules governing the side chick mentality. But if it's not a reason, but you want to understand what marriage is, you want to understand the chemistry of married men. How do married men think? How do married men manage their home? I mean, it's good for a married man to be telling you how he's paying the fees of his children. It's good for a married man to be telling you, what goes on. I mean, then echo, what I'm talking about? There are times that married men will want to brag, but you can't brag in front of your wife. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, you just finished paying 13,000 Ghana cedis as school fees for your children. And who will you brag before? Your wife knows you paid 13,000. And she said, thank you in the morning on behalf of the children. And then, kindergarten school fees, so pay 13,000 Ghana cedis. And yeah, easy. But who will hear that you paid 13,000 Ghana? If you are dating a girl as a married man, that conversation comes in. And you come up there, we are having a chat and say, you need to get serious with the man who wants to marry you in future, my girl. My girl, don't take it for granted that you are working so you need money. This morning I just called 13,000 Ghana cedis to pay for my two girls. They are church or school they are attending. And my wife just sent me a text that the mistress have received it, and she sent me the photocopy on the WhatsApp about the invoice. Charlie, it's not easy at all. So bring a good man home. Make me proud. Let me see your husband in future. Let me know that, Charlie, you dated one time a rich man who has a lot of sense and he does everything with you. You understand? So let it be fair with you. And learn to spend well. Learn to bring something better home. This is not to create a discussion of who she's dating, but I'm making her feel that you are responsible at home, and it makes you feel proud. And she goes like, wow, 13,000 Ghana? Wow, that's a huge gift. Yes. Once a while you are dating her, there's a program in the school of your children, and it's your turn to go with her if she's available. Now, as I wrap up today, remember that you don't have the control mechanism over a dating girl. Any girl you are dating as a married man, you don't have control over her. If you give her a booking today that we want to go and do this, and she says she's not ready, she's not available, you shouldn't be offended. She should not be your timetable in life. You should be able to attend church service with her. You should be able to attend events with her. You want to go everywhere you want to go with her. There's nothing wrong with it, my dear. I say, don't let it become a relationship. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and loved one of Counselor Lutterodt, I want to bring my thing to a close. If you have a question you want to ask me, the system is open. Facebook is there. The place is quiet today. I don't know. For the first time, my people are listening keenly like that. And it's like, hey, is it keenly contest or what? I'm surprised because like people will come short. Sorry. People who come and say they want to ask questions. Oh, okay. Somebody is telling me it's going to be at the event of me. I mean, those ones, but your braveness is out of control. I like how you embrace okay positive things. Why are you always wearing a hat or it's your brand? Yes, sir. You know already it's a brand. So it's my brand, and this brand I'm wearing, my dad gave it to me. It's a gift that my dad gave me for Christmas, and so it's a hat from my dad. You know, ha ha ha. I says assemble. Yes, I mean. You sound good sometimes, and then you can't say, okay. I mean, those ones are things that people are saying, oh, how? I don't know what it means by how, but I'm saying that it is very important for you to learn to know that dating is not a relationship, so you can date married men. So married men begin to date the young ones and know. So the question is that, can a married man date a young man? Yes. So once dating is not a relationship, I date young men. But when you date young men around you, there are times that they begin to rub shoulders with you. But we will not stop doing it. Let's begin to date them and raise them to become good husbands. So all the guys around me, let them see good husbandship around me. So I travel with my boys, and the boys, we all go and travel and lie in the same room. And they see that all of us are going to look for girls. When the young boys who are not married are having sex with girls by heart because we all travel out of Accra to go, and they see me, the married man, to bringing one into the place, I say, I get what I'm talking about. So it's good to also date fellow young men. So men, as like I date men as well. I call it a date because it's a relationship, but it makes them understand what marriage is. So let's begin to don't call it mentorship, because mentorship is where there is a mentee, and that relationship cannot be guaranteed between a married man and a single guy. But single guys begin to talk to married men and have the advice, begin to talk to them. And when you start talking to them, there's something that will come in the knowing. It makes them feel that you are responsible enough to also want them to become what they are supposed to be. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, my friends and loved ones, 0277609644 is my number. If you don't have any question you want to ask now, or you have any question that you wish to ask me later, you can type here. Or you are dating a particular married man and the dating is turning into a side chick thing. And you want to stop, or you are close to a certain man and the wife has come to warn you about the man. I'm sorry. Don't disrespect the man. The woman is not serious in life. Or you are close to a certain woman and the husband just came to warn you that he doesn't want to see you around the wife again. He's a stupid man. Please. Be careful before you make a decision from these people. Or you are dating a certain girl and a certain woman is the one who is becoming your betweener and telling you whether the girl is good or not. No. Dating this time is good. Let's see a lot of people going out for these dates. Fise, Emmanuel Congregation Presbyterian Church at Amasaman. Let me see people coming to have a date there. Let's have a date this 14th Valentine's Day at Amasaman, down here in Accra. Fise, I'm going to be there, 6 p.m. sharp, I'll be there. And then exactly on Saturday, which is the 15th of February, the same Valentine mood, I'm going to be at Temple of Praise Baptist Church at Nungwa. All these places I've mentioned, the flyers are on my timeline. Just call me for final and more detail. I think that this one is 30 Ghana cedis, 50 Ghana cedis for a dinner. The Saturday is a whole dinner. People are eating wild. I mean, and 30 cedis and 50 cedis. I double 50, single 30. I was like, hey, where there's a yacht, we are brother baby. Come and let's eat together. Bring somebody, let's come and learn. I'm going to teach. I'm going to teach like crazy. I love teaching people relationship and marriage. I need to put up the AC. I wish I get somebody to do me for me. But when I get up, they tell me at times I do most of unprofessional things on Facebook. Now I need to AC need to trim me that. So Temple of Praise, Nungwa. We are going to be there on the 15th, and then the rest of the places, the parties will happen to be there. But let me encourage you that it makes a lot of sense if you want to learn. Let's keep learning. This is the School of Marriage and Relationship. I'm yours truly, the lecturer, the dreamer, and the principal and everything down here, Counselor George Lutterodt. Remember that I have a foundation that is taking care of people living with diabetes, asthma, cerebral palsy, and disability. So any form of disability that you have in your house, that you need help, you need counseling, you need support, please always remember to call me on 0277 609 644. 0277 609 644 for help. If you are a church, you want me to come and give lecture on diabetes. You are a church, you want me to come and give lecture on asthma, give lecture on cerebral palsy, give lecture on disability, please don't hesitate, just call me. But if you also want to give us support with some old clothing, some shoes you don't wear, because we are going to do a donation very soon in Cape Coast and in Koforidua. I think that by the end of this February, we're going to donate to a church, the Methodist Church in Koforidua. What's the name of there's one nice village in Koforidua that we went to visit them, and the church place, they needed money to plaster the church. So the foundation have decided to buy some bags of cement for them. We're going to donate to them this, and we'll go there. We are hoping that we'll get other things to go and look for church members who need clothing to wear and donate their clothing to them as well on behalf of our foundation. We also wanted to go and do a screening for them, the diabetes screening and everything, and do the donation alongside. We are praying by the grace of God, if I'm able to get a team together, we'll go and do it. But if you want to give us support, people who go to do these things, we have to feed them. So if you want to give us any form of support, our Momo account is 055 000 5077. This is Momo account, MTN Momo 02055 000 5077. So this particular number, you can do a Momo on it to support the foundation, Counselor Lutterodt Foundation. If you have Vodafone Cash, 0507 150 223. 0507 150 223 is a Vodafone Cash. But the other number, which is Tigo Cash, is 0277 609 644. If you're out of Ghana, you are in the United States of America, the Zelle account is a simple account. What is the account you're talking about? It's 862 571 3950. 862 571 3950. Ladies and gentlemen, all too soon, I told you today I will not spend much time with you. I'm going to get another lecture with you very soon, and in that lecture you understand what it is. But if you want to call the foundation and you are not in Ghana and you are in the US, it is 862 21 52007. Let me repeat the number again. You can call the chairperson of the foundation on this direct number, Miss Iya Ofran. The number is 862 215 2007. The president of the foundation, you can talk to her direct. Any donation you want to do, you can send us a WhatsApp too. But to call the number direct, the WhatsApp number is different from this one, but you can still talk to her direct on this number, 862 215 2007. 862 215 2007. Give us a support everywhere you are, and God will bless you for doing what you have done. Yours truly, happy birthday to all of you. I have enjoyed having this lecture with you. I'm excited here. Yours truly, Counselor Lutterodt. Happy birthday to all of you. Let me say a big thank you to Yao Fran, the president of the foundation, who is still in the birthday mood. Let me say a big thank you for the vice president, Gloria Kwesing, Mrs. Gloria Kwesing, who did a surprise party for her. God bless you. Dr. Kwesing, thank you for your support. Miss Adelaide Quarty, who is our senior patron in Yonkers in the United States of America. The mother who has survived that cerebral palsy son, who is 30 years. We are going to have a party in the United States of America. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kofi TV, for being a member of the foundation. Thank you, Mr. CNN, Mr. Ike Donko. Thank you so much for being part of this year's one for this particular foundation support. God bless you wherever you are. Hopefully, I'm going to see you again. Enjoy the best of your life, and we'll see you soon. Bye.